sports fans, you're now tuning in to Chicks in the Sports, the hottest sports show in the A. This is your girl, the self-proclaimed sportsnista, Yakiri Thomas, with...
I am Lita Lee, a.k.a. at Lita Wins.
Hi, this is Errica Blount, the sports diva.
Hey, it's your girl, Alicia Bostic.
Hey world, it's your sports guru. It's Bonnie, baby.
That game will never be the same. Game on! Game on. This is your girl, the self-proclaimed sportsnista, Yakiri Thomas, and we're back in the building. Who is here with me?
Hey guys, it's your girl Carlita.
Hi, Carlita.
Hey everyone, it's your girl Bonnie, baby.
Oh my gosh, Bonnie, baby,
And last but not least, your girl Ebeleezy.
Yeah.
What's going on, Chicks in the Sports?
I know, right?
I feel like it's been a while.
Oh yes, it's been a while.
I'm happy we're here, though.
I know, it's been crazy. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy that we're together. Yeah, we're back.
It feels so
All day, every day. So before we get started, we have to tell our listening audience and everyone on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, hey y'all, we got a wonderful guest that's coming up. Coach who?
Coach Nicki Collen. She is our Atlanta Dream coach here in Atlanta for the WNBA. We love her. We're so excited to talk to her a little bit later, so stay tuned, guys.
Okay. Now, before we get started with talking about Coach Nicki and talking to her, which will be shortly after.
Yes.
Let's talk about the Atlanta Braves.
Atlanta Braves.
Oh,
yes.
boy.
What's going on? Please inform me.
They're losing. What's happening?
They're losing. But
Yes.
that's not anything new or something that we didn't expect. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They kind of snuck. What is it? Sneak attack is what
Yes.
I'm looking for. Last year when they won their East Division. So that was a surprise. So, I mean, it's a surprise. I don't think it's a surprise that they're losing because it was a surprise that
I don't
they
think
won.
it's a surprise, but I don't think it's a surprise, but I'm thinking like, new year, new team.
But
they
rookies.
didn't make a lot of moves.
They did not spend very
didn't.
well this year, and that is frustrating the fans.
Yeah.
Tons.
Especially because they have the money to do it.
Exactly.
Exactly. But again, here you go. The Braves played last night. I did actually see the game. Of course, I
How was
didn't.
that?
Oh, they lost.
The Phillies. It was a traumatic ending.
Dramatic.
Again, the Phillies overtake the Braves,
Right.
8-6 on yesterday.
And then the season opener was 10-4. I mean, that's even worse.
That's look,
crazy.
It's one of those things where we're questioning. So what do we do now? I mean, we are injury prone, not just in football,
Yes.
but we're injury prone in baseball too. And I think people now are questioning. So what's the lineup going to be like? How are we going to fit back like these pieces when they do come back that aren't injured, such as Fulte or Minter and veteran Darren O'Day? Like, who are we going to put in to give us some points? Who's going to really help the Braves?
And did y'all know this is the first time since 1905 that they've started 2 rookies in the first 3 games?
Really?
Wow.
That's awesome.
But this
Great
was forced.
research.
But this was
all they
forced.
had.
Yes.
This is all they had.
Yes.
Right. So it makes it look bad to the Braves fans. We have this beautiful new stadium. It's efficient to travel there. It's all these nice places and restaurants.
Yes.
But then we go to the game and we're disappointed.
But it's also, too, I feel like, baseball never used to be so expensive.
No.
And so you could take like $10 and be like, oh, we're going to go to the game or whatever.
Get some peanuts,
and now it's expensive. And then on top of that, it's like, well, you guys have money to sign entertainment.
Yes.
Like, yes, we're coming to see the Braves play, but we also want it to be entertaining. And I don't feel like they decided to use the money.
No.
Like, look, we have Bryce Harper, we have Mike Trout. They're getting paid. So why didn't we
Freddie
pick somebody?
Freeman.
Yes, like pay somebody and bring them to the Braves.
Meanwhile, Bryce Harper for the Phillies, he's living his life. I mean,
Right.
that's
$300
like
million man.
Right? I mean, can we
Right.
talk about
That $300 million
He's living his best life.
Life right
Well,
now.
Mike Trout is living a better life for that 450, I believe it was, 450 million.
Oh my
and I mean,
God.
like, he's set for life. So,
How do you guys feel about that, though? Do you think that they're really worth that much? Do you think that they can live up to those expectations? How do you feel about that?
Absolutely.
well, according to everybody, and And look, I'm going to be honest, I'm not a big baseball technical person.
Agreed.
And to me, baseball has a lot more skill involved versus with basketball and football, you can get away with athleticism a lot more. Like you may not be as skilled or you may not have best fundamentals, but if you're super athletic, you can work around that.
Yeah.
He apparently is, a very skilled player all over. And I commend MLB for basically paying their players on what they think that their value is.
Absolutely.
And showing it.
Yeah, and that's important because in other leagues, that's just not shown.
No.
And with baseball, you're he's guaranteed to get the $450.
Yeah, that's guaranteed.
It's coming.
Right. So it's not like you're only going to get this much this year. And I think that with that being said, I think that his skill set is only going to increase. Like his 3 rookie years, he was amazing.
Yes.
And now he's he's just going to get better. So
I think
he's
his prime, if you ask me.
Yeah.
To his prime.
And he just basically showed his worth at that game versus the Braves.
Of course.
Where it's now they're definitely...
I know,
we were
right?
fighting. We were there. But he came in and was like, yeah, this is why I'm getting paid. Bryce Harper just showed that.
Fans were giving him a standing ovation.
Of course,
and all
because that
types
was
of
his
stuff.
first, right?
I mean,
that was his first time being a member of the Phillies. So he definitely showed out. So he showed them what they're paying for.
For sure.
And good for him.
I know, right? I'm excited about it.
Monies.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, before we end talking about MLB, we definitely want to, just shed light. I know the station will be at the home opener game on Monday.
Awesome.
Which is wonderful too. Braves will be back at home celebrating.
That'll be
time.
awesome.
Yes.
At what? SunTrust? Do you remember SunTrust?
But before Monday, they do have a game tonight.
Yes, they
where
do.
they're going to finish off the series with the Phillies. We'll see if that ends up being 3 losses or 2 losses and a win. So we'll see what happens. Good luck to them tonight.
Yes, good luck,
Shout out to
Atlanta.
you guys.
Chop on, chop on.
Top on Braves.
Moving right along. What do you want to talk about next, ladies?
Let's talk about our mans. Why not?
Our The men's.
So Trae Young and Luka Doncic, they are head-to-head for Rookie of the Year in the NBA. A lot of people are thinking, Luka, Trae. But, when we really break this down, we have to look at the full season and how they were at the beginning, the middle, where they are now, how they're progressing. Let's talk about it, ladies.
Okay.
So,
well, go ahead.
I just have a question for Errica. Do you believe that the Rookie of the Year is based on their full year performance and stats? Because that's the debate right now with Luka and Trae. Is that Trae up after the All-Star games versus Luka, who came out of the womb basically playing with grown men.
Yes.
But with Trae, we have to think about it. He did start off struggling early, but that's important because now we're looking at him as Rookie of the Year and also comeback player of the year, if you think about it. Okay, he struggled out early, but then afterwards he became the first, he was like the only rookie in history to have a 40-plus point game, 10-plus assist game since LeBron James and Michael Jordan. So that says a whole lot. We have to think about that.
Too. And just his name being thrown around with Michael Jordan, with LeBron James, with Steph Curry.
Legends.
Yes. So, of course, to me, I feel like he definitely deserves it. That's not a biased opinion. Well, it is probably biased because
I'm biased. I don't have any shame.
No, but you have to understand because we're there every single game. I think we've missed one game, but that's okay. Trae Young. Let's be honest. He is having career monumental moments for a rookie. I think it's well deserved. It's been talk around the locker room, and the head coach Lloyd basically said in the press conference,
"You sure did."
Trae will be rookie.
Oh yeah, he cut the person.
Let me just go ahead and tell you.
So it's amazing. But I do have a soundbite from the last game that we played with the Trailblazers. And Damian Lillard, we asked him a question, and he basically responded about the game. Of course, they fell to the Trailblazers. But there was a question about, is Trae going to be Rookie of the Year?
Let's hear it.
I just like the fact that we just continue to roll. Obviously, CJ being out is a blow, Errica being out is a blow, but we haven't, used it as a crutch or excuse. We haven't put our heads down and powdered about it. We just continue to keep working and keep going after it. That's the right mentality in this situation, is to just keep going and it's working for us. I think it's a real discussion.
About Trae Young, he think it's a real discussion. What is your thoughts? Because Leonard, he was a beast,
Right.
So him to go ahead and co-sign that,
Right. Like,
what's your thoughts?
But we don't want to downplay Luka Doncic too. I mean, think about what he's done too.
I guess we have.
We don't want to hate.
But this is the thing. To me, this is what matters. So even the whole thing with James Harden becoming MVP,
Yes.
I think it all has to do with how Trae has been a leader for his team and how he's made his team better and how they've changed. And we could not expect Trae to come out with his small body stature, just coming out of college, and expect him to dominate the way that he's doing now.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So that's something that I think that we need to think about. Luka was already playing with grown men. That's just like you when you practice against somebody for a long time and then you go to the next level. That's how it is. And I think that for us, even the comparison to me is still off, but I truly believe that Trae, I mean, he's made Collins better. He's stepped up. I mean, we have... It's entertaining now to actually see him play. And he's changing the game because nobody expects his small body type to do what he does.
And give others opportunities to shine.
To do that. And
that's
he's not selfish.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that Luka is selfish at all. I think Luka does the same thing. I think Luka does take leadership. His stats may be just a little better than Trae's because he came out and has been consistent.
Right.
I guess that's going to be the difference versus Trae Young that was not as consistent, but he was a growing rookie, so we can't expect him to be consistent. Now, next year, it's not his rookie season anymore, but of course, if he comes out being consistent, now that makes more sense because he's been playing in this league.
And can we just say, Trae, he's been averaging 19 points per game and 7.9 assists. I mean, that's pretty good for being a rookie. Not a lot of rookies come out and just do that off the bat.
And hitting
so
double-doubles.
we have to give him credit where it's due.
Yes. True. But again, Trae Young, shout out to Trae Young.
He's so
and
humble,
Atlanta
y'all.
Hawks. He's very humble. They're playing tonight. Right now. The Bucks. They're facing it right now. We're hoping for a win. Again, the Atlanta Hawks fell to Trailblazers on Friday, but they have the time to redeem another win.
What do you guys think about everybody saying that they need to lose as far as
that's
trying
what
to
they're
get that
saying.
number one pick? Can you imagine being
that's what they're
in
saying.
the locker room and they're like, hey, so you guys should just lose tonight.
Yeah, to get the number one pick.
No.
It's interesting, but again, it goes back to the politics of sports. You know what I mean? It's always something when it comes to sports.
Right.
And behind the scenes, you never know what's actually going on. You know what I mean?
And I think they actually try to control that by controlling their playtime now. You notice that they're playing smaller times, and I feel like that's one of the reasons. But at the end, it's like, why are we trying to pick Zion? That's just how I feel. I'm just like, I don't see Zion really fitting into the puzzle here.
You have to really be careful with Zion because that's a whole nother monster in itself. And you have to be careful about what kind of team, what kind of dynamics the team has, the coach, the type of players you have. You have to be so careful with that. And I was actually looking at an interview that he did yesterday. He was saying, well, when I get in the NBA, I'll probably just wear sweatpants and stuff. I won't even wear like a fancy suit or anything.
Wow.
So you have to think about what kind of personality this guy has. You say that now, right?
Like, you get money, you're not about to be like, oh, I'm just going to throw on that little champion sweatsuit. Like, no, that's not and Nike's coming out with the whole suit. So I'm pretty sure, so I don't believe that Zion. Good try, though.
We'll see, but you have that just kind of adds on to his personality. We have to see what kind of things we have to
and
look
I think
at
that's important because,
in.
at one point, Luka was going to come here, and it's like, his personality doesn't match Atlanta.
It does not fit at all.
Doesn't.
No.
And so could you imagine us right now being like, oh, well, Luka's like our guy? I would be like, no. Like, Trae is just so perfect in our dynamic. And I think that's what's really going to carry it. I just don't believe that Zion's a good fit on the court as well. I think we need a three-player that can create a shot and also create moves at the same time, like a Klay Thompson or something along those lines. Not a Zion that's like a big center that's taking over the court. Like, that's not what we need. We had a Collins who's doing that for us.
He would take Collins off the mat.
Yeah,
completely.
And it's just like, I feel like Collins and Trae have already built that bond.
Like,
they have that.
Yeah, don't come trying to mess stuff up.
They have that.
Because, again, they are really projecting that Trae and John are the future franchise players. That's it.
Yes, they're the face.
And it's very likely right now. So,
and I like that. I would be really heartbroken if they just for some apparent reason decided to break them up.
I would be
like devastated.
I know.
Because it took a lot of time to build that. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't start off great.
No.
So, they had to all build practically a whole new team. Thinking about the history of who we've lost, who we've had. They've had to basically build a whole new team.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And it's fortunate, like, even Herter has come in, like, put in his numbers. And he's surprising people because I look at him and I don't think this is an athletic guy. And then he's moving, you're like, what?
Yes, but you know what? I will say this because you guys are sleeping on Vince, okay?
Now Vince is always
for his age. Let's be for him, but he's playing and putting up those numbers, and I am so impressed because every night I'm like, oh my gosh, how old are you, Vince?
We know how old he is with that sweatband and the bald head.
But again, we love Vince.
I have always loved Vince Carter, so I don't ever worry about him. If he wants to show out one night, he can do that.
He can.
And if he doesn't want to, he don't have to.
Right?
Exactly.
So it's a really good situation for him because he's a vet here. So
and I do what I want.
Anywhere at this point,
he can do what he wants. He can do what he wants.
Right.
So it doesn't matter.
And they needed that guidance. So Vince, thank you for being there for us.
And we hope to see him next year, maybe.
Being the Hawks
guru. Because he did say he wants to play again next year.
And I think the Hawks definitely want him there next year.
He's a good fit here. I believe he's a good fit here. I was unsure at first. Yeah. I was like, ooh, I don't know. But
leadership-wise.
He's done well. Right. Leadership-wise, he's been a great asset.
And that's what they need because they're all very young. Another one of my favorite players I think a lot of people sleep on is Torian Prince.
TP.
That's true.
He's so quiet and humble, but when he goes out there, he does his thing.
He does.
So I just love Hawks, and I think if the Braves could get like a little bit of that sex appeal, just like go to your games. Did you say sex appeal? Yes. When I go to a Hawks game, I feel like I'm in a social setting. It's great. Like they're playing, it's entertaining. I mean, they can be losing and they're still entertaining. Versus the Braves, it's just like, look, we have a great stadium and that's about it.
This is beautiful and all, but like
it is what it is.
Right. And that's America's home sport.
It is.
So
it is.
They just need to pick it up or do. I don't know.
We should throw a little sweat on them.
I don't know.
Maybe a little sweat. That'll do the trick.
I know.
Just a little something.
Just a little something. Well,
good luck to the Hawks, though, playing the Bucks
tonight, right now.
Good luck.
As we speak.
To you guys now.
Good luck to the home team.
The score? Anyone following
I
up
would
on
if we were all on live on
I know, right?
Listen,
social media has taken over.
We are tuned in here.
Yes,
we'll find out later on what they did for us.
Yes,
absolutely.
We'll keep that updated.
Of course.
On our sports channel, go ahead and drop our what are those called, guys?
Handle?
Our handle.
Oh, Shiobhan.
I know it's right there.
I'm sorry, guys.
I
don't know. Are they URLs?
I know it's right there. It was right there on the tip of your tongue. I know.
Absolutely.
I know.
But drop our handle so that we keep up with the scores and we keep up what's going on.
Please do. Call us 404-355-8600. We have a special guest that will be calling in very soon. And could we go to a quick commercial so we could talk to our very special, pay some bills and talk to our guests. Let's go.
All right.
Legal jargon? Got you confused? Legal documents can be overwhelming. An attorney is here to help interpret, in terms you can understand, the many laws in our country to ensure the representation you deserve with freedom and rights afforded to you. Catastrophic personal injury, premise and personal liability, serious auto, truck, and commercial cases. Call us today, 404-671-9172. Personal injury trial lawyer, Lamont E. Scott. We're serious about fighting for you. That's 404-671-9172.
Okay, let's see what they're doing.
And we're back. I'm so super excited. Someone special is on the line.
Oh my God.
Hello, caller. Are you here?
I am. How are you guys?
Hi! Ladies and gentlemen, Coach Nicki, Atlanta Dream is here. Yay!
There we go. There we go. A little sound effect there.
Coach Nicki, we're so happy that you called in. We have been waiting to talk to you for ever, and we're just ready to go into a very intriguing interview with you. Are you ready, Coach?
I am always ready.
This is why I love her.
I know, right? We love her so very much.
This is why I love her.
Now, Coach, last season was phenomenal. I know it wasn't the ending that you wanted, that we all wanted. However, you made so many major, amazing accomplishments, so many major accolades. Could you please tell us your best word to summarize last season?
Oh, gosh. Is it too cliche-ish to say it was all a dream? Or
Oh, no, I like that. That's great.
It fits. It fits.
So many ways to play with the team name, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I think what last season was in so many ways some kind of validation for the way that our staff came together and thought about how things could go. Mm-hmm. And then, if you imagine the best version of how, we imagine things could go, I think that second half of the season really was the culmination of kind of what we thought could happen. And so, I think when you think about putting together a plan and, having a system with goals and expectations, I think what we did as much as anything is kind of laid the groundwork for the culture that we want in Atlanta, the way that we want to play. When you think about our team midway through the season, when we were sitting there a game under 500, we were first in the league in defense and we were dead last in offense, and but had found a way to kind of scrap and claw and be competitive. And then if you just take our numbers from the second half of the season, we were still number one defensively, but we were fourth offensively. So, we started to really understand, kind of what we were trying to do offensively, and it started to come together. So, I think I'm just excited to see where we can take what we did last year and springboard off that and move forward.
Oh, so am I.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait.
I'm excited for this season. So, Coach, last season we know that we had a heartbreaking moment in the middle of the season when Angel McCautry went down with an injury. Mm-hmm. How is she doing? How's her recovery going? And is she really excited and geared up? What kind of things are you expecting from her for this new season?
I'm not sure what I'm expecting from Angel. I just need Angel to get healthy. I think ACL progress is very individual. I think best case scenario for anyone coming off an ACL is 9 months. And, and oftentimes it takes players easily a year to get back from an ACL. So, right now we know she won't be able to start our season, but we're excited that she's at full range of motion. We're excited to see progress, in terms of her quad strength and where we think she can go. But Angel's, not 20 years old anymore. So it takes the body a little bit longer, I think, to get stronger and to do the things. And we don't want to rush her. She's been too integral a player and person in Atlanta Dream history, and we're certainly going to let her body dictate when she's ready, and we won't push her one way or the other.
That's great. That's great. And we hope she gets better, and we're wishing a speedy recovery for her.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Now, Coach Nicki, having such an amazing season, finishing first in the Eastern Conference and having an 11-win improvement since 2017, how does the Dream continue to build that momentum for this upcoming season?
Well, I think we still have to take a little bit of an underdog mentality. I think that's not hard to do in some ways when, you clearly are the second place finisher in your league in the regular season and you go to game 5 in the playoffs, and then to turn around and, be fifth with the odds in Vegas, or, when the ESPN schedule comes out and you have one televised ESPN game, and there are teams that didn't make the playoffs that have up to 5 televised ESPN games. So I think one thing that we're good at is playing with a little bit of a chip on our shoulder and playing that underdog role. And so I think there have been some things that have happened that allows us to kind of keep that chip. But I think how we build is the beauty of where we're at is that, when we got here a year ago and started camp, I think we had a lot of eager players to figure out who and what I was and what I was bringing to the table. And I think I built enough respect up with them via relationships that they wanted to give me a chance. But I think the fact that we succeeded doing, kind of what we said we wanted to do puts us in position to walk into this camp with a group of players returning who believe in what we do already. That we don't have to convince them that this can work or should work. And so, we start from a different place mentally, which I think is an advantage. We also start from a place of having our base defense already in, and certainly having to always go back and retool and fine-tune things. But, if there's anything I'm excited about, it's being able to move a little quicker through training camp, get a little more offense in, get a little more disruptive opportunities in, potentially on the defensive side, and just kind of really play with the strengths of this roster and figure out how we can put people in great positions to be successful.
Awesome. Coach Nicki, so I have to say congratulations on Coach of the Year.
Because you were.
Yes.
Okay. Period.
Yes. So getting that award, that says that, you're moving in the right direction. You're clearly making impressions on everybody. What are some coaching, I guess, coaching goals or coaching styles that you're going to stick to this year to continuously make the Atlanta Dream better?
Well, I think, I think I'm always learning. I think I always have room for growth. I'm never going to rest on the idea that I coached one year and was Coach of the Year. I think that that had as much to do with my staff and our team, and a lot of factors came into play in the right time and right way. The one thing that I believe about who I am in coaching is that I don't like to get outworked, so that will not change. Our attention to detail, who we are, what we are, how we play, and the attention to detail in our game planning will never change. We'll never rest on thinking that we've figured it out, because, if you're not learning, you're not getting better. So, I think, part of who I am is just being myself in coaching, being calm and yet passionate, being, truly connected relationally to our players and believing in them on and off the court. That's not going to change. I just, every year is different. And, hopefully, we can stay, we can keep the injury bug away and keep people healthy. And, but I think part of coaching is finding ways to compete, when you have a Brittany Sykes and a Tiffany Hayes down at the same time, or you lose Damaris Sanchez for most of the season, or, that's part of coaching, especially coaching at the pro level, because of the wear and tear and the physicality of this league. When you think about Seattle's season and what a spectacular season they had, a lot of that was predicated on, as a starting lineup. Sue Bird missed 2 games because they rested her, but outside of that, Stewie didn't miss a game. Natasha Howard didn't miss a game, and so they stayed healthy. And so that's a big part of being successful in our league.
Got it. I love that. Now, Coach Nicki, I know you remember our bet. Do you remember our bet?
I don't. Do I remember our bet? Oh, my gosh, now you're putting me on the spot.
Oh, no, because you remember our bet about Centennial Park and the route, because now, again, me and Errica made that,
we made that bet with you.
And
if I would do my rap if we won a championship.
Now we saw the do-rag stuff on social media, right? You held up that end of the deal, right? Are you still going to do the rap at Centennial Park?
Because it doesn't expire. That bet does not have an expiration date.
It does not.
Oh, no. You know what? I would do that. I would scream that rap at the top of my lungs, wherever, whenever. Centennial Park, Piedmont Park, take me off, down the parade route.
Yes.
With a microphone.
I bet if
I'm all in on that bet.
I bet if you mention that to Brittany and Tiffany, they would be so down for that.
They're going to be the add-ons.
Already.
They would love it. They could style you and everything.
When I was talking to Brittany midway through the season, and we were at 500, and she told me that I had to get a tattoo if we won Coach of the Year, and I said, well, sure. And so, I've got about 2 weeks to like hold up on that part of the bet too. I've got an added tattoo.
Have you thought about what your tattoo is going to be?
Collection. So.
Have you thought about what the tattoo is going to be?
Oh, I definitely know what the tattoo is going to be. I've hemmed and hawed on where. I feel very much in tune to tattoos being both faith-based and, somewhat hidden. So I think that's been, kind of the whole what's the best hiding spot, but yeah, it'll be a Bible phrase.
I love it. Yes.
Awesome.
Now, Coach Nicki, you've come to the time at Chicks in the Sports where we do the 5 for 5. Each one of us will give you a question that you must answer. Of course, this is a very serious game, and we take everything that we do here very seriously. So please make sure that you answer correctly, or there will be serious consequences. I'm just joking.
Okay. These always make me the most nervous.
Okay, Coach Nicki. The first question for you. The Atlanta Dream seems to have quite a few dancers on that team. Which one would you say is the best dancer and would win a dance-off?
Okay, I actually just missed that question. Sorry.
Okay.
One more time.
All right. The Atlanta Dream. They have some fantastic dancers. Now, which one of the girls on the Dream would win the dance-off? The Chicks in the Sports dance-off.
A dance-off. I'm probably going to get in trouble no matter what way I go here, but I'm going to go... Brittany Sykes.
Oh, Brittany.
I knew it. I would pick Brittany, too.
But I'm telling you, Tiffany Hayes is right there with
Yes.
Oh, yeah. They're always neck and neck with the dancing.
You heard it first, Brittany.
We're definitely going to go back and tell her.
Right. Okay, Coach Nicki. If you could be any Disney princess for one day, who would you be?
I could be what?
If you could be any Disney princess for one day, who would you be?
Ooh, good one.
Off the top.
Man. I'm thinking maybe Jasmine.
Oh, you're pretty, Jasmine.
I like that.
I love it.
Okay, so Coach Nicki, recently Kobe Bryant was asked to rank himself, LeBron James, and Michael Jordan. He could either rank them in who he thought was the best, or he could eat a cow's tongue. How would you rank them? Who do you think is the best out of LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, and Michael Jordan?
Yeah, I'm probably a little unpopular, and part of this is probably going to be a little generationally based, but I would have to go Jordan, Kobe, LeBron.
Love that.
Oh, okay.
It makes sense. It makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
Okay, Coach Nicki, what is one woman accessory that you can't do without?
A watch.
Oh, nice. That's very cool. I've never heard that before.
Yes. Now, Coach Nicki, here's our serious question. We're in the 5 for 5. When it's all said and done, what would you say your legacy would be?
You know what? I would love... I got asked this question last week, and it really made me think. So I'm actually glad you asked me this. But, when I think about, who I am as a person, who I am as a coach, and how I got here, it makes me think about how I want to be remembered. And I think it's, as much as I'd love to be remembered for bringing a championship to Atlanta, I will tell you I do what I do because I love the people I do it with. So, I think when you think about legacy, you think about, what players would say, what staff people would say, what business people that you work with would say about you when you're done. And so I think I'm much more in tune to what people would say about me as a human, and so I think that's the bigger thing to me at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Aww.
Now, don't get me wrong. I don't want to be the coach that everybody loved but didn't win. I mean, there's like that fine line of being successful. But I want to do it the right way, and I want to treat people the right way. And as much as anything, that's how I want to be remembered.
Aww.
Thank
That's
you,
so
Coach.
awesome.
Yes. This is why we love
This
Coach
is
Nicki.
why we love Coach Nicki. Ladies and gentlemen, Coach Nicki Collins called us. She's our favorite, and we're her favorite too, right? Favorite sport.
Absolutely. Right?
Yes. Well, thank you so much for calling us. And Coach Nicki, you got to come back and talk to us in person. We can't wait. We always have a seat for Coach Nicki because, again, you're our favorite. So, but don't tell the other coaches, okay?
And we want to wish you so much luck with the new season.
It's our secret, and I'll come back anytime you guys invite me. So
Absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you, Coach Nicki.
I will see you sooner than later.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, go Dream.
Love that. That is correct. Go Dream. And when is the preseason? It's coming up, right, Errica?
Yes, preseason is coming up. I can't give you the exact date, but it is May or June. I know one of the first games is New York Liberty, so definitely be in the building. And we have a new building this year, guys.
State Farm
Where
Arena.
are we going to be? We're going to be at State Farm this year. So exciting. I'm so happy for the Dream. They're back in the biggest arena here.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
You know, we were at McCamish last year, and that was great, of course. They're always wonderful, but we, of course, would love to be in State Farm. We want to be in the big. We want to be in the big place.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely.
great. That'll be awesome for this new season, and go Dream.
Go Dream. Yes. Okay. We have the SMH OMG moment. Errica, you ready?
I'm ready, y'all.
Okay.
Y'all got your tea? Get ready. Get ready to sip, honey.
Look, I'm always here for tea.
Okay.
Get ready to sip.
Oh.
SMH OMG moments up next.
Hashtag Chicks in the Sports tags your best.
Yay! Yes, Errica.
All right, y'all ready?
You're ready.
Oh, God.
So,
Let me get one.
this is the SMH OMG moment. So, y'all, I can't say his name all that great, but I'm going to say it, Kristaps Porzingis. We'll say KP.
Okay.
Okay.
It's always good.
He has been accused of rape, y'all. Oh. Can you believe this?
Oh, my God.
I can't believe it.
You know what? I can't.
Oh, God.
Why?
Oh, my God.
Look, this Me Too movement has taken a left turn. So are these accusations true?
Okay.
Have they confirmed that? Give me the
Okay,
rundown.
I'm gonna tell you the rundown, right? And then we're gonna talk about if we think it's for real. Okay, so she told the police about this Thursday. This happened last year. Okay, when he was playing for the Knicks. Okay. Now, mind you, he plays for the Mavs now. Okay, so she told police on Thursday about the attack, but she waited so long to tell because apparently she was waiting for some hush money from KP, about $68,000 to be exact. So the attorney for KP, he denies this and says that they told the cops about this situation because she's trying to extort money from them. Of course, this is always a scenario, right? So she says that this happened on February 7th at the Sky Building in New York where KP was living and she was also living. She got an invitation to go to his apartment before the attack happened, but this is also a tricky one. He got injured with the ACL injury last year, hours before this attack happened.
Alleged.
Okay, alleged attack happened. So,
Yeah, your boy wasn't doing much.
I don't think he had that much strength to,
Wasn't doing much.
But she lived in the same building. Okay. He hasn't played since then. He still has not played since he's been with the Mavs because he's still recovering from his injury. Now, no one's allowed to comment on this. He was traded, and Mark Cuban was asked about this, and they said no one's allowed to comment on it right now because it's an ongoing investigation, and no one can spill any details. However, they're taking this case very seriously.
As they should. Yeah. Right.
Now, y'all, something in the milk ain't clean. Y'all tell me what you think. I don't know. I don't know about this.
Okay, so I retract.
Yes.
I definitely retract. Look, but I do agree with my statement that the Me Too movement has gone too far.
Yes,
This is one of those things.
I agree.
Because, girl, first of all, if you make up a story, check what day. Because if he got hurt that day, I promise you he was not trying to see you. So that's number one. And number two, the fact that I understand that a lot of women do wait a long time. That's, I have a lot of sympathy towards just wanting to kind of uncover that. That's, a very sensitive topic.
Yeah.
But at the same time, she came out her mouth and said she was waiting for hush money. To me, if you really wanted to get justice for what happened to you, money is not an
Exactly. You would not have waited.
Yes. Flat out, you're just like, look, it's like, I'm waiting because I don't want to tell, or I'm not comfortable in telling the world, but it's not, hey, I'm waiting for you to pay me so that I won't tell.
Right.
So that's my other thing. And lastly, look, if this comes out, and right now it seems very false to me that this happened.
Yes.
She needs to be charged, period. Like, you're trying to ruin somebody's life. You're ruining his reputation. Because if I heard that about a man, I'm not going to date him.
Exactly.
You know?
Or put him on your team.
Yeah, you're not going to do
everything.
that. Exactly.
Yes. Yeah.
So now his life is ruined because, you decided that you wanted to get some money. So now we have to ruin your life.
And he's not even playing.
Right.
So it's like, you're making his life worse. He's already dealing with an ACL injury. Now you want to say he raped you. And because he didn't give you your hush money or whatever, you decided to come out with the story. Well, now it's all going to be blown up in your face.
Right.
Because we have the facts. Nothing seems right on your side. Nothing seems right.
And it must have been that he maybe just didn't want to be with her or something, and she was upset. I don't even understand why she created
the fact, it's just for me, the fact that they know about this and the KP and his attorney went to the cops and said that they're trying to extort her. Yeah. You don't see that a lot. That attorneys are going to the police to say like, oh, they're trying to extort money from you. They just deny all allegations. But they're actually going to the police like, he didn't do this, she's trying to get this money.
Yes.
So I don't think this is true at all.
Yeah.
This is not line up
and
at
if
all.
it isn't, I hope that they hold her accountable and keep that same energy, like, please, because as soon as something comes out about a player, they're so quick to jump on his back. Okay, find this, suspended that. Like, okay, keep that same energy.
And media goes off.
Find this. You need to go to jail for some time because that is a false police report. So let's keep that same energy.
And it needs to go on her reputation. Like, that's, to me, that would be equivalent. And at the end, it's never going to be the same because some people only hear half of this story. We won't follow up with the story or whatever the case is. So we'll only get the part where we're accusing KP of what happened. But, it's unfortunate because this whole thing, even with Cardi, is coming out. With Cardi, that whole thing is coming out. And that's so different because I'm like, look, we're not expecting much from a stripper. So, like, I don't know why you guys
she
are
was
all
a stripper.
Like, okay, first of all, you were at the strip club. If you got drugged, that's on you.
She's not the president. Like, relax.
I'm not condoning it, but I'm just saying don't have high expectations because then people were trying to be like, well, what if Russell Simmons, he was doing that? Like, first of all, if Russell Simmons came in my house and stole money from me, I would feel some type of way. If Cardi B came in my house and stole money from me, I'm going to be like, girl, I should have known better.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things. And I just think, again, the Me Too movement, guys almost need one at this point because it's getting out of hand to the point where we're just kind of attacking them. So that's unfortunate, and I'm sorry that he's dealing with that.
Yeah, and the thing about it, again, accountability is the word here. If that did actually happen, your priorities. Hush money, if that actually happened to you.
Right. Yeah, it's just you would sacrifice your body for the money.
For that is not, again,
But even
and your self-respect.
But that's where you see where her mind is at.
Oh, yeah. That's where you see her true motives. And the fact that they lived in the same building. That's the main thing that does not
make sense. She did like a solid research
You found out he lived there.
I found out that there's an NBA player that lives at my house. Let me just put 2 and 2
You
together.
saw him in the lobby with concierge. You were like, place for the Knicks. Let me think.
About put this together.
Oh, yeah. This sounds absolutely facilitated.
And you know what? I think it's going to come out, too, that she probably texted her friends and created this. They're going to check your phone.
Your phone, your laptop, any interaction you have with KP.
Smollett, they will check everything.
Don't bring that up. My heart is broken.
They will check your life.
So be sure that you want to go through with this, when you go to the cops about serious allegations like this, because they're going to check everything. But any interaction you have with KP, any interaction, anything he's ever said to you, done to you, anytime y'all been seen together, there's private investigators, I'm pretty sure, involved.
Oh, yeah, they got money.
They got money.
They're going to make sure they prove you wrong, girl. They got money. You're going to be over here struggling.
They're going to get to the bottom of this, I'm sure. And I hope justice is served on whatever part it needs to be served on.
Ooh, child.
That was some good tea, right?
I told y'all, get your cups.
Sip.
Oh, shaking my head.
I know.
Shaking my head. Shaking my head.
All right, well, we're going to quickly run down with the Falcons.
Yeah, quickly.
Falcons are kind of making moves, kind of not making moves. Dan Quinn I don't know what Dan Quinn is up to. People are questioning, where's Julio? When is our man Julio going to get paid?
Poor thing.
Yes.
I mean,
I feel bad for him. He's been waiting for 2 summers.
Look, and the thing is, you know what? Shout out to Julio because he is faithful.
Yeah.
Like, that is a faithful
He's loyal.
man.
Yes.
Okay.
He's loyal. He's important. And
he's
we appreciate that.
We appreciate it.
Don't leave. Please don't leave.
He could literally have already turned around and been like, look, offers. But he
And he would get
and he would get a great amount of money.
So, but they're saying that Arthur Blank is not, Arthur Blank is kind of opening a blank check. He's like, look, I want my mans to be paid. Mm-hmm. They're thinking, is he going to be the highest paid receiver? Mm-hmm. Odell is out here. Let's see, check Odell's contracts. I want to say is he at $30 million?
Yeah, something like that.
I think it's something around there.
Yeah. Browns now, right?
Antonio, in the way about how Antonio Brown went about getting his money.
I still don't have closure for AB's trade, so I'm not even gonna comment. That's personal.
I'm sorry, Errica.
It's personal, y'all.
Open up a can of worms. It's okay.
But here again, we have these contracts that are, they're getting higher. This money is getting higher, and you want to show that value. I feel like, especially in football, because their bodies are just going through it. And I want to see Julio get paid. I really want to see the Falcons do good. Matt Ryan, shout out to him because he was like, look, you guys can cut some money around and whatnot. Yes,
we need him though.
Yeah. Look, Matt Ryan is trying to move some money around so that he can get the players around because we're trying to get back to the Super Bowl and win.
Right. And that's humbling because most people will not move that coin.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
No coin.
None of mine. Not all these balls I done fought. No, thank you.
Trade me.
Right.
I volunteer as tribute. Take me away.
Now. Right. So look, shout out to Matt. We talk junk about him and we're like, yo, our QB sucks, but I think when you're not surrounded by success, how are you going to be successful? That's the real thing.
That's true.
So Matt Ryan, he's trying. I love that they've brought in some big guys to protect that pocket. But
they need that.
Look.
They have potential, a couple people that they're thinking about signing. Juwan Taylor, a tackle from Florida. They love that he has great feet. He has a great hustle. His technique is on point. They're also looking at Ed Oliver, a defensive tackle from Houston. He could possibly be a first-round draft pick. He's really explosive, really strong, super quick, and that's what they need, a lot of strong guys on the offensive and defensive line that can really hold off of them.
They're so used to picking almost like a smaller statue but super fast. I feel like Falcons have always known to be very quick, and it's more like, no, look, we actually need to look for those like big, stocky guys right now because we need to protect Matt Ryan so he can get that ball out and that Julio can get in this red zone. Like, I'm trying to win, okay?
I know.
We want some good stuff to happen here in Atlanta.
It will. Yes. I think it will. I'm very optimistic.
I believe they'll do the right thing for Julio, though.
And they have 9 draft picks, so you have to do something with that.
They know how valuable he is.
Boys, they're out there. Look,
that's right.
Pick the right one.
Those big, heavy, cornbready Mississippi boys. We want those.
Cornbread and cabbage.
We want you.
We want you. Now, before we go, can we quickly talk about the AAF? I mean, I know it's been major. Dan Quinn,
how much you get paid?
I know.
That's the real question.
That's a great question.
Dan Quinn did mention something about the AAF. Carlita and I have had a time of going out there and checking out those big guys.
Spill the tea.
It is a transitional team.
Yeah.
Again, the AAF, the Legends. Shout out to the Legends. They're going through some things.
They most definitely are.
What is their standing?
Going through?
Huh, Carlita?
They are last right now.
Hello, last.
Wait, are they last in like 17?
Yeah, right. We didn't know.
They're 2-5.
Yeah.
This has been a tough season for them.
2-5.
Orlando whipped their. You know what?
They sure did.
And it was an awful time for us, as we said. Their poor Aaron Murray, quarterback. You remember him?
Yes.
Played in the NFL, also UGA alum. But it was a tough time for our team.
And in the post conference, the post press conference,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's interesting how they always mention how this isn't what's going on in practice. I think it's one of those situations where, okay, we're practicing well, but when it counts, we can't get out there and just serve and show what we're worth and what we're doing.
Wrong?
So they're saying this every single press conference. So it's like, when do you have that turnaround point? When do you kind of make that transition into, okay, let's carry over what we're doing in practice to on the field?
Is it because, so I'm not completely, so kind of tell me, because you guys been there, do they have like a practice team as the NFL does, where they actually have people to practice against? So who are they practicing against? You know what I'm saying? So of course, yes, you can have great practices, but if you're not practicing against people that are of good competition, then yeah, going out in a real game is like, oh, this is not what we expected.
Right, and are you practicing the things that are not working in the game or the things that are not working in practice? Because that makes a big difference too. You can work on things in practice that are not working in the game, but you have to think about in practice if there's anything going wrong too.
Right.
Because the way you practice and the way you play has a great influence on each other.
Absolutely.
So that it also goes back to what you were saying about if they have a practice team, what exactly are you guys practicing and what's not working? I mean, that's the main question. What is not working to where you have to say this every press conference?
What do the stands look like there?
Fans, cheerleaders.
Right, like,
what's happening?
Again, this is new.
Okay.
And it's growing. So
And
we
it's
have to understand
growing.
that. We have to understand that.
Last the game before that was like 10,000 in paid attendance.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the very last game we attended was like 11,000.
Okay.
So
That's
it was
not,
growing.
like, decent?
Yeah,
It's
not
huge, but it was, to me, that still says we are moving towards, something that's
and it's not football season right now,
Yeah.
and I feel like there are some people that like really die hard love just football.
Oh, yes.
And so this is kind of a
Yes.
great breaking point.
It
if you
is.
don't. And I think
I'm telling you, I'm sorry,
No.
I had to tell you. They be dressed up, right? Oh, Carlita, they be dressed up.
Full costume.
Yes.
Wait,
what?
what?
Yes.
Oh,
they're
they're
serious.
Oh, they're ready.
They have
They're ready.
spirit for real.
Yes.
Oh, so this is like a legitimate.
Oh, yes,
okay,
ma'am.
yeah,
They're ready.
playing.
Yes, do not.
They're not
yes,
playing.
do not sleep.
They're not playing.
Okay,
They're
well,
not playing.
I really want to see where this league goes because
Yeah.
I think that it would be good as far as like an off-season league.
I love it. I love that.
Palomalu in this league?
No, we should get him in here.
I was about to say because I thought when they first started talking about this that he was going to be like one of the biggest,
One of the big
players in
I
there.
think a lot of them dropped too because of that money. Like, what does that money for AAF look like?
If that 100,000, maybe 70.
and that's just like-
But you got to get paid what you're worth, and a lot of these legends are worth way more than $100,000.
But Johnny Manziel, he did sign on.
true.
Johnny Football is no longer Johnny No Football. We definitely want to make sure that we support the Atlanta Legends again because you have to think about this. Every league has that D to late, that team, the in between from the NBA to not the NFL. This is the first time.
But they all have that bottom.
They
league.
always have that
G
bottom league. Yeah, even
whatever they
baseball,
are.
MLB,
D-League.
Yeah.
they have the D League. So it was a big thing that, for some reason, the NFL never had that. But
I feel
again,
like with the NFL, it's that sport is so physical. Can you imagine getting not like enough money? Like to me, I'm thinking like my body is going through way too much to not get paid.
Yeah, I'd retire.
It's a possibility for me to have CTE. I need to get paid, and my family needs to get paid.
Right.
So I don't. Shout out to you guys for playing for them low coins. Your girl's not doing it.
so but it could lead to
about that,
something
though.
else.
Right. They played.
I think it is a good thing because I feel like they have opportunity to display their talents. Like a lot of these guys were previously in the NFL on practice squads or what have you. And so now they're getting that opportunity to get out there and show, hey, I still got it.
That's right.
So this is on the other side. Imagine being the wife or the kid, and you decide that you want to continue doing this, and you're not getting paid. Because at the end, if anything were to happen to them, CT or whatever, that money is not going to be enough.
But think about, they do that all the time, even with college. They risk their lives.
You're
risking so much. So many people. Even high school. How many high school students have gotten paralyzed just trying to play the sport?
Exactly.
So,
I understand you want to do your passion, but look.
You have to be. You have to think about
I would
that.
think. I would just be like
because there's a lot of risk in going to be in the NFL, retiring, right? And then, boom, there's another league. You have to get yourself back into a habit of working out, training, and eating right, getting hit, getting used to that all over again.
I would say it's a matter of return on investment. I'm curious to see how many of these guys actually do make it into the NFL from being in this league.
That's true. And that would actually pick up, help the league at the end. Because if anybody is picking them up, it's like, okay, this is an option for me to actually get seen. So
it's a gateway.
I get it. But it's for people that are serious.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, like, don't just go in there with
don't play.
Yeah, go in there and win.
Have
fun.
Do it all. I know y'all got it. We know you got it.
We see you.
So, Carlita, when do they play again? Next Sunday?
Today, actually. They have a game today. Yeah, I think at noon, I'm going to say.
Oh, so they're playing.
Where do they play? What's their home? Are they at home?
No, they're at Georgia State Stadium.
Okay.
So next Sunday, they do have a home game at 4 p.m.
Yes. So they're away right now.
Well, good luck to them.
Got it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good luck to you,
we love you, Legends.
Show off what you got.
Is it all hail to ATL?
All hell ATL.
That's right.
There you go.
Well, we've come to the end. Oh my gosh. So soon. We love talking sports.
Of course.
I miss you guys so much. It's just been such a wonderful experience.
Yeah.
But we must go.
We must.
Go.
Do I do a motivational moment? I guess I don't have time to do that, but we will do it. However, we are good. Make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all of our social media outlets. Follow Shiobhan, follow Errica, follow Carlita.
Yes.
What's y'all plugins? What's your
Everyone loves Errica on Instagram.
Yes.
What about you?
You guys make sure you follow my YouTube. I do talk some sports.
Love it.
Question. It's Bonnie Baby, BHANNIE Baby. So follow me on Instagram with that, and like, subscribe, comment on YouTube.
Love that.
And I'm just on Instagram at Lita Wins.
All right.
Yes.
All right, guys, we will talk to you soon about some sports.
Yes,
Thank
we
you
will
guys
be
for
around.
tuning in.
Thank you for tuning in.
We love you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in.
Bye.
Staying faithful to us.
Always.
Yes, being loyal. We love y'all.
Bye.
Bye.